I don't even know if this is focused or not because I can't see that far. Okay. Hey YouTube, how's life? It has been a fat minute since I last made a video. So, I actually have work and there you go. I have to go to work at 4, so I have to make this kind of brief. So if I'm a little discombobulated, it is because I did not plan this video whatsoever ahead of time. I'm just filming this on a whim because I don't want to do my homework. Don't worry, I will do it. But I just can't do it right now because my brain is not focusing. And there's really nice lighting, so I was like, the stars have aligned. I'm just putting on some hand sanitizer. I did wash my hands sometime earlier today. We do still be in a global pandemic. That's probably really annoying to listen to, I'm so sorry. Also, I was watching the previous videos that I've made and uploaded, and let me just say up front, there's one video that I filmed at the very beginning of the COVID outbreak in the United States, and that was like back in March. I know COVID was, like, there were cases before, but in my area there were no cases, and it was also before masks were like a thing because you could not get them anywhere because they were reserved for healthcare professionals. So that's why I was not wearing a mask in any of those clips. I do wear a mask now. I wear one everywhere I go. I just wanted to clear that up because I've been debating whether or not to take it down because it makes me a little bit nervous. It makes me look like I'm really unsafe and like I don't care, because there are a lot of people in this country that like do not care about the virus anymore and they're just in denial that it's like as severe as it is. And I just want to assure you that I am not one of those people, and the reason that I was not wearing a mask at the time is because it just wasn't a thing yet. At least not in my area. Like, you could not get a mask. This was at the point where people were like stockpiling toilet paper and you could not get a mask anywhere, and if you did get a mask, people looked at you and thought you were selfish because you were taking from healthcare professionals that were like going through a shortage. So that is why I was not wearing anything. I do now, not to worry. Sometimes just like doing my makeup gets me like ready for the day, and I really, like, I know it sounds stupid. Once you do your makeup, you're not gonna just lay in bed and like be a lump, you know? At least I try not to be. Somewhere I can smell it. Oh, here it is. I've been drinking a lot more coffee because I used to like rely on energy drinks like Monsters and Bang energy drinks. I like need a boost of caffeine, but now I've moved on to coffee because I'm like, okay, coffee is slightly better for my health. So yeah, but like I do this thing where I leave coffee in my room, and then even if it's just like the smallest amount, I can smell when the milk in the coffee goes bad. I left bad coffee in here somewhere. It's in here somewhere. Anyways, oh, maybe not. Maybe I got more than I thought I did. I did it. I got the e.l.f. putty primer because I was like, everybody talks about this, and my primer finally went bad. I've had that primer for so long, and it got chunky, and I was like, this is probably not good for my skin. So I got this e.l.f. primer. This is the sheer one. I wasn't sure which one was like the overhyped one, if they were all like just the sort of standard whatever. And I got another CoverGirl powder. This is the one that I used to have. This is basically just the new version of this one, because this one I finally basically ran out of powder. There's a little tiny bit left in here. Like, it looks like a lot, but this is just a thin layer that's stuck to the bottom. Finally got another one because I didn't want to run out of powder. It's e.l.f. Ride or Die lip balm. I can't really decide if I actually like this or not. I have Vaseline. I probably should have read the ingredients before impulsively buying it, but that's okay. And then I got this e.l.f. cheek stick thing. I don't know. SPF, which is something I did not do in my previous routines. AOC emphasizes that you should use sunscreen, and you know what? I stand AOC. Also, Skincare by Hiram says sunscreen is important. So like, I get it. I need to wear sunscreen. So here I am. I definitely need to get a different sunscreen because this has an aggressive white cast. Also, I do not know if it's reef safe. I don't think it's reef safe, but if it makes you feel any better, I don't go to beaches, ever. The last time I went to a beach was sophomore year in high school. I'm a freshman in college, so. But I like to focus under my eyes because I feel like that's where people's wrinkles first start appearing. I don't really put it on my chin because my chin is very dry and it like kind of gets cakey. And I'm also going to put some moisturizer on at the same time. Okay, and I just like to do it in thin layers because if I don't do it in thin layers, the white cast it's just like a little bit too much, you know? Because I don't like the feeling of foundation, and Like, I'm not saying my skin is clear because it's definitely not, but it's a lot more clear than it used to be. People made fun of me and I couldn't even like be like, wow, that's so mean, because honestly, those insults were like on point. Like, my face did look like the Rocky Mountains. Thank you so much, boy who was really mean to me for no reason in middle school. I'm going to prime my eyes, which is something I don't usually do. So I'm just gonna run you through like everyday makeup that I do for school, but like make it a little bit more advanced, a little bit more exciting. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. When I did my makeup for class, I literally just did bronzer, blush, a little bit of eyebrow, and that's it. Maybe a lip gloss. So like, oh, and highlight, but like that's it. Like I did not go all the way because it's just not worth it. Like this, oh, perfect. I'm about to ruin it. Okay. I'm just gonna get a blob of this on my finger and just, I don't know why I put it this far on my cheek. I don't put makeup there. Okay, we're not gonna talk about what this looks like, but this feels really nice. It's like whipped. I think I get the hype. This feels really nice. Though it is doing a strange thing with my SPF, where it's kind of picking up the SPF and like mushing it around. That's a little different. It's okay. I think I might invest in a powder foundation to put on my eyelashes, which is something I never thought I would say, but because I've been moisturizing my skin and like actually kind of loosely taking care of my skin when I do my makeup and like making sure to put down like my moisturizer, my SPF, and my primer instead of like just a primer. My face is a lot more dewy, so I feel like a powder foundation would stick a lot better than like putting wet on wet, you know? I don't really wear foundation anyways, so I'm gonna put on my eyeshadow actually. So I'm just gonna go in. That looks way darker than I remember this being. I'm gonna go in with the transition shade. That is all down. Oh great, I have low battery. Okay, I'm just gonna film until my camera dies. I'm gonna go in with a lighter shade under the brow bone. I'm gonna go for a peach look. A little of orange, a little bit of pink. And just put that in the crease. This looks very dramatic on camera, but I assure you in real life it's not this like bam in your face. I'm gonna move on very quickly because my camera battery is dying. The eyebrows, where did I? So I just use this little Wet n Wild guy, the sparser parts of my brow. Sorry about if this is out of focus, but my camera is, I have no idea how long it's been low battery. I swear it wasn't low battery when I started, but I tend to ramble, so I'm just gonna throw this on. I'm wondering how my classes are going. They are going. I'm really not too terribly, but I do always feel like I'm playing a game of catch up where I'm either a day behind on my assignments, or like I have something due by the end of the day and I haven't started, and I'm starting the day that it's due, and I always feel like I'm kind of just rushing to finish assignments. Wow, I really did something today. Sorry. I'm just gonna throw this on. Fix those later. Looks like a lot. It does not look like this. None of this makeup looks that intense in person. I swear on camera I'd be looking crazy. Anyways, I feel like when I'm not doing homework, I don't know, I feel like I always have more homework assignments. Like it doesn't end. Like every time I think I'm caught up, there's something else that I could be working on. There's something else that's due like a day or 2 days. Last like 2 weeks, I think I missed doing discussion posts, and I feel so guilty about it, but it's like I also need to take care of myself and like give myself a break, but like not at the cost of my grades, you know what I mean? As soon as I'm done filming this video, which is gonna be relatively soon, I'm almost done, I'm gonna work on my discussion posts for my history class, and then I have to do some cleaning. And I'm just gonna put on blush. This is literally my favorite blush. And I don't really put any on my nose. Like other girls do it, and it looks so pretty and so cute on them. but I just don't have the nose for it. I'm dumb. I told you this was gonna be discombobulated. I was not kidding. And this is like a blush stick. I'm just gonna put some on my finger because I don't really know how I feel about it yet. And I'm just gonna add a little bit of a berry sort of color. I don't think that did anything, but ow. Another thing about it is it's like really hard. It comes out, like, I don't know if I just got like, are they all like this? Or it's just like a hard block? But just realized I was supposed to take an MLA quiz for English. I don't think I took it. So, okay, we're gonna deal with that in a second. Basically, instead of doing like exams and quizzes, my school just does, like, or at least the College of Arts at my school does, we just do projects, and I could not be happier about that. We just do projects and essays. That would have been the ideal circumstance in high school because I'm just a terrible test taker. Like, my test anxiety is just through the roof. My gov teacher can attest to that because I would study the stuff, I knew the stuff. The second I sat down to take the exam, didn't know the stuff. I couldn't remember the stuff. I couldn't remember all the things. I'd just be like, I look so red, I guess is the word, and like a clown on camera. Here. See, when I shine this light on my face and like wash myself out a little bit, this is more of a like in person. Because I'm kind of sitting with just this window in front of me, the lighting is just not quite it. So post-production me, good luck, champ. You got your work cut out for you. I am scared. See what time it is? Oh, it's 2:21. Okay, that's okay. I have like an hour. That's not comforting here. Highlight. We're on the second to last steps using the Anastasia palette, and what I do is I use these three darker colors for my cheeks, then I use this on the inner corners of my eyes. Just dipped into the wrong one, so I guess we're using all the shades on my cheeks. This is, okay, it's separated, but this is a really good smoothie. The only thing is, why is this straw so tall? I know they probably only have one size straw, but like, it's just, I don't know why. It's just so funny to me. We're almost done. We're almost done, lads. We've almost made it through. I have no idea what I've said throughout this entire video. I have no recollection of anything. Some eyeliner, because I feel like that'll kind of balance out the very red tone in the eyeshadow. Okay, I used to have this band teacher in middle school. She was from New Jersey. I loved her. I miss her. But she was this badass woman from New Jersey, and she always wore eyeliner around her waterline. And no matter how upset she got, no matter, even if she cried, because like she did cry sometimes because she'd get really emotional when we'd actually, you know, do what we were supposed to do. But when she did, her eyeliner was spectacular. It did not budge. Younger me was always getting her head stuck in everybody else's tea, everybody else's beef. Sophomore year, I wouldn't say I was starting drama, but I definitely wasn't helping myself in any ways with people I was friends with in the way I was like handling situations. I was definitely like passive aggressive freshman year than I was sophomore year. Sophomore year, I kind of was a little bit smarter and I knew to sort of distance myself a little bit, but I wasn't distancing myself enough to like self out of toxic situations, and I would just kind of keep walking back into them. But anyways, looking back on high school, I think I've definitely grown a lot as a person. I've grown immensely as a person, and a lot of that is just due to the people that I've surrounded myself with, because I feel like if you surround yourself with toxic people, problematic people, you're only going to be problematic yourself. And I definitely had to learn that the hard way, because I was not a great person. I wasn't like racist, I wasn't homophobic, I wasn't any of those things, but I was always getting caught up in things that did not matter, in things that were a waste of my energy and a waste of good vibes, you know? Like, I would just get so overwhelmed with emotions over things that were not worth it, over people that weren't worth it, over things I was doing that I didn't actually care about, that I wasn't passionate about. And those are some of my biggest regrets in high school. And now that I'm in college, I feel like I've definitely figured out what is worth spending my time on. I say as I take a history elective that was a lot harder for me to keep up than I thought. I do really like the professor. If I didn't like the professor, I would have dropped it. But I think now that I'm in college, and even though it's on Zoom, I've made friends. Like, I've made a lot more friends than I thought would ever be possible. And it's made me look back on high school and just be like, wow. Like, high school is such a small world, and it's like its own beast. It is its own planet. Once you leave the planet and join the real world with everybody else, like, all the things that used to bother me, they don't matter anymore, because it's just not worth it. I don't know what I'm saying, but I guess, like, in high school, I always felt like I was under attack, and like I was like, a lot of it's because of like race things, because I went to a predominantly white school. I did not feel comfortable in my own skin. I didn't feel comfortable with the people that I was going to classes with. And now that I'm going to college, which is a very liberal college, and for the most part everybody we're on the same wavelength, now that I've kind of like, I'm in a safer environment, I feel like I can really focus on what's important. I don't know what I'm trying to say here. It's just like these first few weeks of college, first, I guess, month and a half of college, there's a lot more to life. Your hometown, and the people you grew up with, what your family has taught you, there is so much more to the world. And you just have to give yourself the chance to like experience it. And I know that is a very privileged thing to say, because not everyone has the opportunity for higher education, and I understand that not everybody has the opportunity to leave their hometown. I still can't afford to leave my hometown. I'm probably gonna be stuck here at least for the next year. I think that there's hope for everybody, and I want to believe that there is, but at the same time I feel like it's not gonna magically happen. You can't manifest it for it to happen. You have to work for it. Hi, editing me popping in. I know the lighting is not great here. Also, not really. I know the lighting isn't great right now. Just bear with me, because basically what happened is, when I was filming this, because I filmed this months ago. It's December, and I filmed this mid-October. Like beginning of October, I'm not even sure. My camera died, which is what I was using to film the bulk of this video. And then I filmed the rest on my phone. And then I never went around to editing this video, and it was taking up storage on my phone, so I deleted that footage. So I just know I'm editing to this video, so here's me popping in, be like, yeah, the video's ending. So, yeah, the video's ending. What I was kind of trying to say, let's just wrap up this whole philosophical point that I, for some reason, went on this tangent. What I was saying in it is, there's so much more to life than your high school and like the petty hometown drama. If you're anything like me, and if you're in a situation like me where like you just graduated high school and you're moving on to college, or you're moving on to your career, the next step in your life, there's so much more to life. Don't let yourself get caught up in what was. You kind of just gotta keep pushing yourself forward and moving on, because there's just always gonna be more out there, and it's not worth getting caught up in what was. So yeah, I don't know how I went on this really long tangent, but I didn't want to cut it out either, because I felt like it's important to sort of get off my chest in a way. I also didn't know how to end this video otherwise, so I kept it in. So sorry that it is so long. I'm trying to cut this down as much as I can. So yeah, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, because that's the thing, and I'll see you in the next video. Hopefully it's shorter. I've been editing this thing all day and it just never ends.